Okay, and we are live.
Morning!
Good morning, everybody.
We're doing sleep today, so I thought, oh, I look a bit sleepy when I come on. I know. How you all doing? Are we all fitting well?
Good morning. How's everybody today?
Oh, hang on, I can just hear myself repeating in the background there.
Yeah, just mute that stream. Got hello from Gary and hello from Charlotte too. Hey
Hi,
guys.
Gary. Hi, Charlotte.
Hey,
I think I've sent you both an enrolment form for this course. I was just saying to Daniel, I've definitely got you two signed up. We're having a bit of a nightmare with the enrolment forms at the moment, but I'm sure all these little problems will iron out. So
yeah,
bear with us. I think I've got Gary's back just, and I've got Charlotte's for the eating on a budget, but I think I've sent one more out. But today it's a brand new course. It's called Fit Body, Fit Mind. So we're going to look at sleep actually, and I know Gary struggles with sleep. And I remember having a chat with Gary in one of the other sessions, and Gary said wearing socks helps, or it was meant to help. I don't know.
I've heard about that, and Gary just messaged saying he sent the enrollment back there, so that's
awesome. Yeah, brilliant, Gary. Yeah, I've definitely got that one. I haven't opened it yet. I'm getting some forms back that haven't been.
I know. I mean, I imagine you getting so many back. It's just like, which one's that? But
yeah, I'm pretty organised though, Daniel.
Yes,
there's nothing to worry about.
True.
Yes. But so today, brand new course. It's only over 2 weeks as well. It's 4 hours. So there'll be 2 hours today, and then 2 hours next week. Oh, that Gary's put socks and gloves.
Yeah.
But apparently, that was off a professional as well, giving Gary some advice on sleep. So, did it work, Gary? I can't remember if you said it actually worked. I remember you saying you were going to try it out.
I've heard stuff like that before. I think it's a circulation
make it easy on you.
Like, I think that.
There you go.
You know,
meant to make it easy on your body to keep its temperature balanced to fall asleep. Interesting. You probably know more than I do on sleep, Gary, then, so I'm expecting quite big marks on this quiz.
I'm like, do you know what it is? Like, I'm really excited for this one today as well, because I think that we know about diet and exercise, and they're so important. But I think equally as important is sleep, and I think it's often kind of not as spoken about, maybe because it's took for granted.
Yeah,
but it's
people talk about diet a lot. People talk about exercise a lot. Mental health is quite a big strong factor at the minute.
Definitely.
Oh, Charlotte, I'll send that enrolment again for you. It's probably, I've just been a bit of a whirlwind with all these enrolment forms, but I will get that sent out to you. So maybe after this stream today, I'll send that straight out so you've got it. But yeah, people don't really speak about sleep. I think it's just one of those where it gets buried, and it's not seen as being as important as the others. But
yep.
Unless you get good sleep, it has an effect on your diet. It has an effect
everything
on your energy levels, and then it can affect your mental health. You know, if you're tired and it'll end up making you feel anxious. You might then suffer from depression and things like that. So everything does link together. So that's pretty much what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at all those factors, and just see how important sleep actually is.
That's the one.
So
very important.
So what we'll do, if you can grab a piece of paper, we're going to do a quiz. All right, it's a multiple choice quiz. Oh, I've got a midgie today. It's not a spider. I've got a little midgie in the house.
A little midgie. do you want
to know?
Midget. Do you want to know? I need to be careful when I laugh, right? Because when I listen back to mine in your last stream, and when I laugh, it's like definitely loud. So I need to make sure that I don't laugh as loud.
Laugh away, man, laugh away. Oh, before I forget, at 11 o'clock, we're going to do a minute silence, and this is for all the key workers and NHS staff that have sadly lost their lives.
Yes.
Treating other people who have sadly got the virus. And I think it's over 90 now. I think we checked earlier, didn't we? And I think for key workers and NHS staff, it's at least 90 people. So at 11 o'clock, I believe it's going to be national, everyone's going to do the minute silence, but we're going to turn our mics off at 11 o'clock just for 1 minute, just to remember those who have, been on the front line and died doing their job. So that's what we're going to do at 11 o'clock. So if you're wondering why Daniel's just muted us suddenly, it's because I've maybe forgot about it and I just talk and talk and talk. I know what I'm like.
No.
Have I forgot anything or not, Daniel?
No, but I do have a quick story for you, very, very quickly. Speaking of Midgie on the arm, I was going for like my daily exercise the other day, and I was going for a run, like near where I live, and it's like this like quite nice park. And when I was on my run, there was like a bunch of midgies, and I ran past, and one went in my mouth, and I was like, I think I swallowed it as well, and I was like coughing and choking while I was running, and it was horrible. So there you go. So I swallowed a midgie.
Was that it? Was that your story?
I just swallowed a midgie on my run, didn't I? So it's like...
Well, I was on a bike when I was younger, swallowed one, and it come out my nose. It survived. It flew out my nose.
What? That's amazing. Not a nice one. Definitely not.
True story.
It's horrible when you run past them because you just
got anything?
Feel so itchy. Like your whole body just feels like.
I'm just looking at the chat again. There's a few with these. Gary and Charlotte are going crazy on the chat today.
Yeah, Gary's saying
meant to make you buzzy. Go on, you read them out because you can probably. Mine's on a different screen.
So Gary was just saying that he managed to get a few extra hours sleep. So he says it's kind of working using the gloves and the socks, which is fantastic.
Okay.
And Charlotte just spoke about she says she can't see the enrollment in her emails, but she says just someone if you can. I know you're busy at the moment.
That's all right.
And then Gary says that his sister got tested yesterday because her work's insane. So.
Oh, I hope she's all right then, Gary.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, they are testing more and more now on there, so hopefully, I think we need testing, don't we, to help with the whole thing. Yeah, I think unless we get tested, we're not any further forward.
True.
Right, have you both got pen and paper? Drum roll.
Let's do it, guys.
All right then. So this is all about sleep. All right. So we've got 14 questions. I'll read each one out. We'll go through each one. They're all multiple choice. All the answers will appear on the screen. There's only one correct answer, right? So give it a go. I don't mind if you write A, B, C, or D. That's fine. You don't have to write the words out or the sentence. And then once we've done all 14, I'll go back through all of the answers and I'll give a little explanation of each one. A bit like what I do on some of the other quizzes, all right? Just to explain the answer. Brilliant. And then it'll make more sense. All right, so question 1. Have a little look. Oh yes, question 1. It should say how many times, not many times. How many times a day? See, I haven't checked. How many times a day is your body programmed to feel sleepy? Actually, Daniel, you could edit this if I spot a mistake, could you?
I'll do that right.
So it should be how many times? How many times a day is your body programmed to feel sleepy?
Slipped by me as well, Mel. So.
What's that?
I said it slipped by me as well. So you know.
I know. It's not until you read it out. So is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? I'm not going to give you any clues. I'm just going to let you have a little go at it. Right. Okie dokie. Right, number 2. Which group needs up to 13 hours of sleep per night? Is that A, preschoolers, B, school-age children, C, adolescents, or D, adults? So A, preschoolers, so we're talking under 3-year-old. B, school age, so anywhere from like 3.5, 4, right up to maybe 12. Adolescents, which is teenagers. D is your adults. I haven't a go. You don't even know the answers, do you, Daniel? Because I've not sent the answers over.
I don't know the answers.
You could have a little go there.
I am. I'm putting what I'm thinking, and I'm interested to see how many I'm going to get right as well. So we'll see. Because I have no idea. So.
All right. Number 3. Adults need less sleep as they grow older. True or false? Adults need less sleep as they grow older. True or false? I will never ever ask me none of this question. She'll tell me she's been up all night again. All right. Question number 4 then. About half of your sleeping hours are spent dreaming. Is that true or is that false? I feel like I need quiz music in the background.
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, we can definitely get some for next time.
Question 5.
Okey-dokey.
Which of the following is the most common cause of nightmares? Is it A, eating before going to bed, B, excessive alcohol, C, stress and anxiety, or D, illness with a fever? So which of the following is the most common cause of nightmares? Is it eating before going to bed, excessive alcohol, stress and anxiety, or illness with a fever? Got you thinking now, haven't I, Daniel?
Yes. Because I actually don't know.
Hello, Hatham. Welcome to the chat. Number 6. Sleepwalking may include other complex activities such as A, driving a car, B, moving furniture, C, eating, or D, all of the above. Sleepwalking may include other complex activities such as driving a car, moving furniture, eating, or all of the above.
Driving a car, the idea of that's very scary, right?
Yeah, really.
I've heard some crazy stories about people doing things sleepwalking. It's sleepwalking in itself. I'm fortunate enough to never have sleptwalked, but I've heard from people who do sleepwalk. Like
my sister's brother used to sleepwalk, but I don't think you're meant to wake anyone up when they're sleepwalking. I think you've got to leave them.
Yes, you're not meant to. Just a little story from that, and I don't think it's going to give anything away. But my dad, when he was younger, he said he was sleepwalking, and he almost walked out of his window, and his brother stopped him and saved him. But he was going to walk out the window. Yeah, apparently. So. Yeah.
Well, could be driving a car on this quiz, you know.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine even if you just saw that and you were out taking the dog for a walk and you just saw someone asleep.
When you sleepwalk, your eyes are open though, so you would just appear.
Oh my god, that's even scarier. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's even scarier.
You wouldn't know. Right, quickly moving on because we are getting sidetracked and we've got a lot to get through, Tanya.
yeah, totally agree. Just very, very quickly as well, Gary, very interestingly.
Oh, what?
Gary said, I used to walk down all the stairs in my 3-story house without missing a step. I'm guessing that was while sleepwalking. Wow.
Gary.
That's amazing.
Oh my god. How old were you when you were sleepwalking, Gary? Because I think people grow out of it. I don't know what age you were, but I'm sure you grow out of it as you get old. I'm sure you don't do it now, but I might be wrong. You never know, would you?
Exactly, yeah. Okay.
Number 7. Driving while drowsy is similar to driving while intoxicated. Is that true or is that false? So driving while drowsy is similar to driving while intoxicated. True or false? If you've ever been really tired and you've been dry for a long, long time, it's hard to stay awake. I can see why they put these signs up on motorways to tell people to take a break. It just comes on out of nowhere as well. Like sometimes, especially if I'm coming back from, say, London or something like that, I'll have to stop at least twice for a coffee and a good 20-minute break. Just to wake myself up. Yeah.
I passed my theory test many moons ago, and I remember a lot of questions related to things like this. So yeah, definitely.
I don't know how like lorry drivers do it. You know, the big trucks. I don't know how they
have like a little thing, don't they? Like it's like a little shelf, and they like kind of they sleep on it, like just.
Oh yeah, they sleep in them. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a little sleep bag, and it's like
Oh, Gary said he was between 6 and 8 year olds, but it hasn't happened for ages now. That's good to know, Gary.
Good stuff. Yeah, I think it generally like you said, well, it happens to younger people. I think to kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Our bodies are crazy things. Crazy. Number 8. If you fall a few hours behind in the amount of sleep your body needs, you can never make it up. Is that true or is that false? So if you fall a few hours behind in the amount of sleep your body needs, your body can never make it up. True or false? Interesting.
Very interesting.
Number 9. Which of the following can result from not getting enough sleep? A, blurred vision. Oh no, sorry. A, diarrhea. Read that right. B, blurred vision. C, a low-grade fever. Or D, all of the above. So A, diarrhea. B, blurred vision. C, low-grade fever. Or D, all of the above. What do you think? Don't be tempted to put all of the above all of the time. That won't get you all the points. Hint.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Number 10. Not getting enough sleep can lead to weight gain. Is that true or is that false? So not getting enough sleep can lead to weight gain. True or false?
Those are good questions, I think.
Should we do a thinking face, Daniel?
Yeah. That's the one. I think I did that one.
Never noticed.
I'm never thinking, that's why.
I know, you never think you.
Just staring idly at stuff.
Right, number 11. I don't want to come in here and give you grief. Number 11. It's all right, Mel, go for it. Sleep disorders and chronic sleep loss have been linked to which of the following? A, heart disease. B, a stroke. C, high blood pressure. Or D, all of the above. So heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, or all of the above. Number 12. Insomnia is considered chronic when a person has difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep for at least 2 nights a week for a month or longer. So insomnia is considered chronic when a person has difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep at least 2 nights a week for a month or longer. Is that true or is that false? I'm just looking at your thinking face again.
Yeah.
Are you writing them down? I hope you get half marks.
I know. When we go back through it, I know exactly which one I picked for each answer, so it'll be interesting to see.
Oh, here we go. He's going to cheat all the way.
Yeah, I did a quiz I started doing quizzes on Zoom with some of my friends, and we did one like the other day, and my friend like just admitted he was like, yeah, I googled a couple of the answers last week, and we were like, what? We were like, why would you do that? So
well, I can't really comment because if Dan's listening, he might say that I do the same. He won't let me. He won't, like, if we're in a team though, Dan won't let me put down the answer that I've googled. He's like,
so funny.
no, even though I know it's right, he's like, no, we can't put that down.
That's so
we have
funny.
to put down the one that we thought it was before you looked it up.
Awesome. Same goes for this quiz today, guys. No googling. No,
yeah, please.
Too easy if you Google. But afterwards,
what's the point in that?
Yeah, just ruins the quiz.
Yeah, afterwards you can check. I wasn't giving you a load of tripe. But what 1, 2, 13? Oh, yes. Unlucky for some. All right.
It's like bingo.
Question 13. I know. I'm not doing that again. That was a bad move on my behalf.
Did you do it?
So I've got question 13 and I've got number 9. I've obviously copied the slides and changed, but I haven't changed the number. Can you see that, Daniel?
Yeah, we can get rid of that.
Hey, what is going on?
Goodbye, number 9.
So it should be question 13. Sleep apnea is characterized by pauses in breathing while you sleep. These pauses can occur how many times per hour? So is it A, up to 5 times in an hour, B, up to 10 times in an hour, C, up to 20 times in 1 hour, or D, over 30 times, so 30 or more? So sleep apnea is characterized by pauses in breathing while you sleep. These pauses can occur how many times per hour? Up to 5, up to 10, up to 20, 30 times or more.
Wow. Yeah, sleep apnea is a very scary thing. I think just the idea of stopping breathing while you're asleep, it's really scary.
Yeah, and if you live on your own, you would never know about it as well.
I know.
There was a guy in one of my courses, he didn't know that he had sleep apnea because he lived on his own, but he would go to bed really, really early. Like he would be in bed at like say 6, 7 o'clock, and he could sleep right through till dinner time the next day, or so he thought. But he was never getting any good quality sleep because he had this condition that he didn't know about.
I've got one of my roommates. I'm not sure what the outcome was. I haven't chased it out with him, but he was getting tested for it because he had a similar situation where he said he would sleep like more than 8 hours and he'd wake up and it'd feel like he hadn't slept at all. He'd been to, I think
that's what this like guy was saying as well. He just felt shattered all of the time, even though he'd spent well over 12 hours in bed.
They give you it's like a little mask, right? And then you wear it while you sleep, and it gives you oxygen throughout the night. Yeah.
I think I know it was definitely diagnosed. So, I think I don't know why. Yeah, he's obviously getting some kind of help with it now. But he was pleased he did this quiz in my course.
Yeah.
Because it made him think. Oh, actually, I wonder if I've got that.
Wow! So it was from the course.
It was one of the first, because I would normally run this in a classroom. This program.
Yeah.
This was one of me. I think it was my first or second course that I ran, and he just said, "Oh, I'm gonna have to get that checked because that could be something that I had." And yeah, he come back because we did this over. I think it was 4 weeks because it's obviously a little bit short. It would have been online because there's a lot more like prep time and things that we need to consider. But yeah, he came back like in week 3, I think it was, after he'd been diagnosed, and said, "Hey, I'm pleased I've done that quiz. Like I couldn't believe. Like I just thought I'd get it looked. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But he lived on his own, so it wasn't.
Yeah, you just wouldn't know. Would you just know what to tell you? So.
No. I didn't think he was going to come back and tell me he had it, but made him think.
Wow. It's amazing.
Oh, Gary's put, I wake up gasping for air sometimes.
Oh my God.
You wonder if it's linked to it. Do you know what, Gary? Go and ask about it. It might be a thing for you as well. You don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe try sleeping in a different position if you think it is. Try and sleep on your side, or rather, don't sleep on your back.
Yeah.
Number 14 isn't the right question, so bear with us. Actually, there isn't a question 14. There's only 13, I think.
Let's have a look. Shall I see what we've got here?
Yeah, we need to delete 14. I don't know why that's on there. I've obviously copied them to sort the rest of them out. And yeah, we've only got 13. Sorry to disappoint you.
And then there you go. Yeah, so we've got 13.
13. So how do you think you're getting on, right? So we'll trust you to mark your own because we're kind of paper swap or anything like that today. Hi Sue, welcome to the chat. So we're going to go through the quiz, but feel free to take a guess because it's all multiple choice. So when you go through, when we go back to question 1, just have a little go at it in your head or take a little guess, and then I'll go through the answers. So I'll give you like a couple of seconds to have a little look at it and guess. So don't worry about being a little bit late. Nice to have you here with us, Sue. And Sue, it's a brand new course as well. So if you don't mind, I'll get you signed up for it. I'll send you an enrolment form out later today. I think Lisa's got your email, so I'll get that sent out. You can give us details, and we'll might as well get you signed up and get a qualification.
Absolutely.
So it's on this week and next week. Yeah, you might as well. Right.
Right, let's see how I do as well.
So no cheating, right? Don't, if you have done it properly on a piece of paper, don't be crossing them out and changing it.
I'm going to write some notes as well. Just so
I want you to do it as well, Daniel.
Yeah, I want to keep track of how much I've done. I'll just go to my notes. Okay.
Right. Are you ready? Are you all sitting tight?
Right.
So how many times a day, this is number 1, how many times a day is your body programmed to feel sleepy? So is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? What do we think? The answer is 2.
Okay, so that's the first one that I got wrong.
Did you get that wrong?
Yeah, I thought 1. I just thought, for some reason, I just thought 1 time a day. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, so our bodies are programmed to feel sleepy. The program for 2 natural periods of sleepiness during a 24-hour cycle. So no matter how much sleep we've had in the previous 24 hours, the primary period that we will feel sleepy is between midnight and 7 o'clock in the morning. And then a second period is mid-afternoon, not normally after dinner, like between 1 and 4. So I think we're kind of, we'll go and try and grab some kind of sugary snack or a coffee or something just to give us that little boost.
That's when I get my coffee. That's when I get my second coffee of the day.
Yes, But if you think about it though, like the certain countries have like siestas and things as well, don't they? So they do listen to their body and they do, everything shuts down and they go and have that little nap and that little so other countries have got it right. we are workaholics here, I think. But,
Gary says he got that one, so good job, Gary.
Oh, well done.
And Sue says my body is programmed for 23 hours of sleep right now.
Oh, well, I'm pleased we've caught the hour where you're awake, Sue.
Gary says mid-afternoon kills him. At 5 he loses all will to move. And I'm probably about the same, Gary.
You do. Most people get a slump in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Smash your coffee.
So get it straight down. Yeah. Like Popeye with spinach, but with coffee, just like.
My God, smash! So yeah. Oh, right, Daniel. Moving on, number 2. Daniel smashes his coffee. Oh goodness! Need to blow my nose.
Okey
dokey. Which group needs up to 13 hours of sleep per night? So is that preschoolers? So we said kids under the age of 3. School-age children, so 3.5 on maybe 12-year-olds. C, teenagers, so adolescents, and D, adults. So which of those do you think need 13 hours of sleep per night? There's no one for 23 hours. So Gary's telling you to neck it.
Got it, yeah. Get it down.
So the answer for that was preschoolers.
Right, yeah.
So sleep varies from person to person, and it does change throughout a person's life cycle. Children in preschool need between 11 and 13 hours of sleep per night. Newborns sleep up to 18 hours a day. school-age children up to age 12 need between 10 and 11 hours. Teenagers about 9 or 10, and most adults between 7 and 9. So it does change as you get a little bit older. Number 3 then.
Yeah.
So adults need less sleep as they grow older. Is that true or is that false? Adults need less sleep as they grow older. True or false? And the answer is false.
Yes.
Right now, a lot. My nana would disagree because she'd be up at 3, up at 5, reading a book, up all night. Didn't sleep good normally. But what it is, poor sleep is not a normal part of aging. But as we get older, we often do sleep less because our ability to sleep for a longer period of time and get into a deep, restful sleep can decrease. And older people have more fragile sleep. They're more easily disturbed by light, noise, and pain. A lot suffer different like pain levels as well. Through different things that their bodies have coped with over the years. Back pain, neck pain, things like that.
Yeah.
Also, some might have medical conditions as well that contribute to sleep problems or medication that they're on. So, no, it's not proven that the older you get, the less you need. We all need the same amount. It's just whether or not we can get the same amount.
Yeah, it's. I feel like your ability to recover as well might be hindered. Like I feel like when you even like for me even now, obviously I'm not really an old person yet, but from when I was a teenager, or not a teenager, but like maybe let's say like 18 to now, I feel like I need more sleep now because I feel like if I slept 5 hours when I was like 18, 19, I would be fine. I wouldn't really feel it. But now if I sleep like 6 or 5 hours, like I would feel it a lot. I would be like quite like tired.
You're getting old, Daniel.
Getting old now.
What do you think that you're like middle-aged?
No, not quite, but definitely working my way up.
Not far behind me, are you? There's only a year and a half between me and Daniel. After I've had my Botox, as if. I mean, I've got a wrinkle. There's no way I've had Botox.
I think you look younger than me, to be honest.
Flattery won't get you anywhere with this quiz, Daniel. Number 4, right. What's in the chat? My nana loves letting me know she woke up at 3. Yeah, I've got one of those as well. Then we've got Charlotte. My nana is sleeping all the time throughout the day. Well, that's why she can't sleep all night then, Charlotte, if she's had all of her sleep through the day.
And
Sue, Mum wakes up at 3 a.m. and rings me to let me know. She's, oh my God, Sue, I'd kill her. I'd go mad. I wouldn't be allowed. I'd have my phone off. I wouldn't have my phone on. That would drive me insane.
Bless her.
Word of a lie. I wouldn't like that. Number 4 then. About half of your sleeping hours are spent dreaming. Is that true or is that false? Come on, tell us what you've got, Daniel, before I give the answer. Where you go?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right. For this one, I put true. No, really.
Yeah, false.
Damn.
So on average, we spend about 2 hours dreaming every night. So it's roughly about 20% or 25%. Some think it's a byproduct of your sleep. Others believe it's important for mood regulation and problem solving. And it normally happens like towards the end of your sleep. So it's normally just before you wake up. That's why you kind of remember little bits sometimes. But when I was at uni, I probably told you this story. When I was at uni, like I did programming, and there was this one line of code. I was doing my dissertation. There was one line of code kept stopping my program from working, and I couldn't work it out. Mind, it was a long line of code, and in my sleep, I don't know, something just said, look for a full stop. Like the next day, the next time I was at uni on that course, that's what I did. I just looked at every single character, and there was a full stop missing, and that's what. But it didn't like zoom in on that little bit of code. It would give you the full line of code, which was huge. But how weird that you can work things out when you sleep.
Basically, Mel has magic powers as well.
Magic powers. Me skill.
That's amazing.
I've been working on my magic skills in lockdown.
I wish that more stuff like that would come to me. But I can. It kind of makes sense to me in a way, like, you know, just working something out in your sleep. Like, the idea of that's really interesting, right? But I guess it makes sense, yeah.
It does. But does it say as people do problem solve and like they do use sleep for a bit of like stress reduction as well? Like if you get good quality sleep, it does help you put things into place a little bit.
Have you seen Inception before?
No, I probably have, but I probably fell asleep after. Like, I'm not good with movies, Daniel. I get wrong all the time. I fall asleep after the first half.
In Inception, they can like create their own kind of dreams, and they can like bend dreams and stuff. So that's what like you're like that, you know. Just you can kind of use your magic and like work stuff out. So.
Oh well, I might need to do episode 2 on that then. Yeah, be part of it.
Yeah.
Dear me. Number 5. Which of the following is the most common cause of nightmares? So is it A, eating before you go to bed, B, excessive alcohol, C, stress and anxiety, or D, illness with a fever? So which of those is the most common cause of nightmares? Which one do you think, Daniel?
So I think the most common cause is is stress and anxiety.
You are right.
Yes. Yes.
Big tick.
I thought that was
stress and anxiety. Yeah. So nightmares, they are dreams that cause high levels of distress or terror, occur more often when you are stressed and anxious. Right. They are more likely to occur in the last third of your night. Yeah. And they do tend to be more common in children than adults. Like a lot of kids get like night terrors and things like that.
Do you know that? Have you heard the thing about like if you eat cheese before you go to bed, you're supposed to get nightmares?
I've heard that. Yeah.
I think it's obviously like old twice tale, but like I think I've definitely.
I think my mum and dad were just trying not to get me to eat their cheese.
I remember once that just had a random memory where there used to be like a cheese flavored Monster Munch. I don't know if anybody remembers that, right? But there was like I'm pretty sure there was a cheese flavored Monster Munch. And,
have you been dreaming, Daniel?
Well, no, but yeah. And I was a kid, and I remember I ate them before I went to bed, and I just remember lying in bed as a kid, and I was so paranoid that I was going to have nightmares because I'd ate these cheese Monster Munch. But I don't think I did. I think
they're not what's it? So you're not thinking of what's it?
If anyone in the chat can remembers this, please let me know, because I'm sure I had some cheese Monster Munch.
Yeah, is Daniel dreaming about cheesy?
That up? Or is that actually a thing? Because I'm sure that
I think they've getting smaller, mind.
Oh, everything has.
I used to have to bite the little paws on that. I used to have to bite them in half. Now I can put 2 in my mouth.
I know, it's the same way everything like. There's an actual term for it. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's like a shrinkflation. I think it's called shrinkflation. It's where like chocolate bars and stuff have been shrinking, but the price is staying the same.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's why I want to.
And Gary says he still gets night terrors. My dad gets really bad night terrors, which is it's really crazy. Like,
wow.
I remember when I lived at home, and I'd like go to the toilet, and I could hear my dad like screaming. He'd be like ah, and I wouldn't even want to wake him up because he was having his night terrors. But yeah, he would have these really bad night terrors where he'd like scream and stuff in his sleep. And really scary stuff, I guess.
I don't think I've had anything like that, but
yeah,
the weirdest thing, Dan will probably tell you, I must have done something like that day, and it was hilarious. Like, not me, but I must have seen something, and it was hilarious. And at the time, it would have been unprofessional to laugh at whatever it was. I can't remember. I can't even think of what situation I was in. but I must have relived it in my dream, and I was laughing out loud in my sleep, like really laughing.
I've done that before.
Really laughing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you what the story was.
Yeah, I've done stuff like that before.
I think Dan got the shock of his life. It wasn't that long ago. It was probably within the last year. But I was howling, really laughing to myself.
Yeah, you get.
Anyway, we'll get back on with the quiz because we're having a right little gas, aren't we?
Okey-dokey.
Sorry about that, everyone. I was too getting distracted. I did give the answer, didn't I? Stress and anxiety. So number 6, sleepwalking. So sleepwalking may include other complex activities such as driving a car, moving furniture, eating, or all of the above. And it's all of the above. So it's all of them, which is terrifying to think that you could get behind the wheel of a car and really not even be aware of it. Yeah. So it's all of the above. So sleepwalking may include simply sitting up in bed and looking like you're awake, or it may involve complex activities such as moving furniture, going to the bathroom, eating, or in rare instances, people have been known to drive vehicles as well. Sleepwalking does occur more in children, and it does run in families as well. But again, I think at some point you grow out of it. Yeah. Scary though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like what you said. You're not supposed to wake people up as well, are you? Like if they're.
No, you're not to wake them up because I think they can die.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
I might need to Google that and check, because I might be giving out false information.
Yeah, I can't confirm that, but I can say that's what I've heard.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might have heard it from me though, Daniel. Might be me.
Maybe.
Number 7, driving while drowsy is similar to driving while intoxicated. Is that true or is that false? True.
I thought it would maybe.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I did. So drowsiness can be dangerous as drink driving. Research has indicated that compared to driving with a blood alcohol level of 0.08, which would be over the legal limit in a lot of states in America. I don't know if it would be over the limit in the UK. Obviously, you'd be over the limit, or if it was equivalent in Scotland, because they've got a no alcohol policy now, haven't they, with driving. With drowsiness, though, the problem is greatest amongst males aged 16 to 29, and that's because a lot of men between those ages, they tend to work a lot of shift patterns. They tend to work a lot of night shift, a lot of back shift, a lot of day shift, do a lot of rotors, and the body never seems to catch up fully on the sleep that they need. So there's a lot, maybe after a shift, would feel that drowsiness when they're driving. So interesting. Number 8, if you fall a few hours behind in the amount of sleep your body needs, you can never make it up. Is that true or is that false? What do we reckon? Give us an answer before I tell you the answer, Daniel, this time.
Okay. I think that is true.
False.
Really? Oh, okay.
Sorry to disappoint you. So it is false. If you don't get the amount of sleep your body needs, if you don't get between 7 and 9 hours per night, you start to accumulate sleep debt. You can pay off a debt of a few hours by getting extra sleep over the next week or so. So this is why a lot of people, if they work Monday to Friday, there's a strong urge on a Saturday to have a little bit of a lie in, or not put your alarm on, or naturally wake up. However, if the debt remains unsolved, so if you don't catch up with your sleep within that time period and it continues to mount up, you could then be at increased risk of accidents and injury because your brain just doesn't function the same. So sleep's important on a number of levels, really. But yeah, you can pay it off as long as it's within so many days, because it does catch up with you sometimes, doesn't it, where you just zonked.
Yeah, You just can't show.
Totally, yeah. Number 9, which of the following can result from not getting enough sleep? Is it A, diarrhea, B, blurred vision, C, low-grade fever, or D, all of the above? And I'm going to tell you it's not all of the above. So which one, Daniel, do you think? Do you think it's diarrhea?
I would say from not getting enough sleep.
Daniel, with those noises, you could be in the band.
I'm gonna go and say I'm really torn between
diarrhea.
I'm actually gonna say diarrhea.
No, it's not diarrhea.
It's not diarrhea.
So if you don't get enough sleep,
because I just
do you think you've got diarrhea in the morning?
No, but like I don't feel like I don't know.
It's not that.
Which one is it?
It's blurred vision.
I mean, yeah. I wish I thought that. That is not like, you know what it is. That is like God. I thought it might have been a trick question, so I was like.
It's not a trick question. Yeah, but, I was trying to put you off diarrhea, not to say that.
But I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, see, Sue and Gary got it right. Charlotte, did you get that right as well, or did you put diarrhea? Oh my God, Charlotte. Oh, Hatham said, he's forever in debt.
Forever in debt.
He's always on catch up.
Me too, buddy. Me too, buddy.
Charlotte. Oh my God. She's been up 72 hours straight before and just never recovered from it, so she thought it was true. Everyone's laughing at you putting diarrhea.
Still in that sleep debt.
So blurred vision. In addition to blurred vision, not getting enough sleep can cause fatigue. It can make you irritable. Nathan said you're banned from mentioning the D word. You might not be able to concentrate the same as well, so your concentration levels are just not what they would be if you had a decent night's sleep. Because these symptoms can be of other conditions as well, it might be helpful to keep a sleep journal so you can kind of monitor the amount of sleep that you're having. Maybe discuss with your doctor if you think that is a problem as well. And I know Gary has been and looked at his sleep patterns as well, so he has getting a little bit of help with that. So if you've got any hints and tips, Gary, if you put it in the feed, it just might be useful for the people that's tuned in today to see what advice you were given when you asked about help with your sleep. Right, number
10.
10. Yeah. Oh, 10, look at my phone, it's going mad. Number 10, not getting enough sleep can lead to weight gain. Is that true or is that false? And Sue said we've got to keep away from Daniel. Especially if he's tired, so we could spray everywhere. Goodness me. Right, no more D words. Goodness me. Right. Several studies have shown, it was true. So it can lead to weight gain. So if you're not on getting enough sleep, you can gain weight. Yeah. Several studies have shown that not getting enough sleep or a decrease in sleep quality can affect your appetite, and it can lead to overeating. If you're tired, the type of food that you crave isn't healthy food. You'll crave snacks, you'll crave sugar, you'll crave anything that's unhealthy just to get a quick energy fix. You wouldn't go and make a salad, you wouldn't make like even a plate of veg or anything like that. You'd be wanting something quick, like to give you that boost, you know. You wouldn't be having a sit down meal. It would be quick. Oh, what is here? I think we need to ban.
I know. I'm looking at earphone. That's why I was smiling because I was reading what earphone was saying.
No TV screen. Oh, some advice off Gary. Do you want to read that out? So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So Gary says that no TV screen. Dull half the house light an hour before you go to bed. Socks and gloves can help you sleep. And don't cover your head with the quilt as you need your brain to drop -2 degrees below what its normal temperature is. So yeah, and he says go in sleep mode. So you put your TV screen in sleep mode and stuff like that. So that's really good advice.
And your
by
phone,
Gary.
get your phone off as well, I think.
I generally for my own like personal routine, I guess, is I usually like, so it's great advice from Gary there.
Really good, thank you, Gary.
Brilliant, Gary. I try to not be on any electronics like at least like 30 minutes before I go to sleep, because I feel like that stimulates my brain a lot. So I try to have like just 30 minutes where I'm just kind of winding down. And I think the thing that he said there about the you want your brain to drop 0.2 degrees, I think that's really good, because obviously I think people notice when we have hotter weather, it's harder to sleep, we get more irritable, and I think that the optimal like level for sleep is like -2, like Gary said. So I think that's really sound advice there.
Yeah, it is. It's good advice. What was I had something in my brain that I was going to say there.
So Haytham said, so what you're saying is you shouldn't be scrolling Twitter 5 minutes before bed. That is exactly right, Haytham. Yeah, mate.
No, that's what I was going to say. The blue light on your phone, it stimulates your brain. So if you're looking at your phone and checking things before bed, it's likely to wake your brain back up. Whereas I think, you're meant to really turn any electronic devices off before bed.
I think that if you, depending on what smartphone you've got, guys, but if you've got a newer iPhone, or if you've got a newer Samsung phone, there is a blue light mode or a night light mode. So on your newest iPhone, if you scroll down from the top to get your like control panel thing up, you should see that there'll be like a night light option, or on both of the Samsung and the iPhone, and I used to put that on as well when it got a little bit later.
I think that's what Charlotte's just mentioned, the blue light filter on our devices.
Exactly right. Yeah, so exactly right. Yeah, good shout, Charlotte. Put the blue light filter on your devices, can help your eyes relax before you sleep. You've got it on a mobile and on other devices. So yeah, if you're using a laptop or a tablet.
Good advice. I like it when people chip in with like advice, because then it can all be shared.
Definitely.
So
Gary says,
thank you for dropping that in.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Gary. And Gary says you need your brain to drop from whatever current temp it is to -2 to engage sleep mode, and that's great. And my trick is to not charge my phone or iPad all day, so it dies when I go to bed. It's great.
It's not good if that's your alarm clock, though.
I know, I was going to say that.
Right, where are we up to? What we're up to now?
Question 10, Mel.
We've
just done 10, so we're on to number 11.
Oh, we've done 10. We've done 10. Right. So number 11. Oh, that's what else I was going to say. On number 10, if you are struggling with sleep and you are craving sugary snacks, it affects all your insulin levels as well. So you're at a higher risk of getting diabetes through the bad eating and through the lack of sleep. So, diabetes could be like the next thing that would happen if you didn't get enough sleep. Number 11 then. So sleep disorders and chronic sleep loss have been linked to which of the following? Heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, all of the above. All of the above. I'm not even going to wait for Daniel's answer. He's going to fall asleep.
I had that one, actually.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did, because
I'm not having it.
There's some Mel Machiavelli psychological games, because I think that when you said, "Oh, it's not all of the above for all of them," so then I was thinking probably just for this one. So I was thinking.
Oh, right then. Right. So.
But
Amy knows it's running. I think it's all the laughing. So it's all of the above. So poor sleep can contribute to heart disease, and heart disease can interrupt your sleep. Poor sleep has also been associated with high blood pressure and stroke. And experts believe that such factors in inflammation and stress play a role. For example, with sleep apnea, pauses in your breathing during your sleep and low oxygen levels stress the body and promote inflammation as well. So there you go.
There you go, guys.
Number 12. I've got two more. So insomnia is considered chronic when a person has difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep at least 2 nights a week for a month or longer. Is that true or is that false? Come on then, give us your answer, Daniel.
Right, this one's a tough one. Okay. Insomnia is considered chronic when a person. Okay. I'm gonna say false for that one.
Well done. You've got one right, Daniel. Well
Yes,
done.
finally.
1 out of 12.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
not bad. Not bad.
The reason it's false is chronic insomnia is when a person has difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep for at least 3 nights a week, for a month or longer. So it's that extra night. Acute insomnia can last for a few nights to a few weeks, but if it's chronic, it's 3 nights or more over a longer period of time. So it's a bit of a tricky question, that one. But yeah, you were well done. You got it right. You were right there.
Finally, guys.
I know. Finally. Should have had 8th a minute. Would have guessed a few more, I'm sure. Number 13.
There we go.
Sleep apnea is characterized by pauses in breathing while you sleep. These pauses can occur how many times per hour? Is it A, up to 5, B, up to 10, C, up to 20, or D, 30 times or more? So it was 30 times or more. That would be every 2 minutes, wouldn't it?
Wow.
Is that right?
It depends on how long you sleep, right? Does it?
No, because it's in an hour.
Oh, in an hour or per hour, yes. 30 times or more per hour.
Yeah, so every 2 minutes. What do you think then, Daniel? I'm waiting for your answer.
For this one is a tough one, I've got to say. I am going to say up to 20 times, because I think 30 times seems just a little bit too much, but I think it also will be quite a bit.
It was 30 times or more.
Almost put that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, that is a lot though, right? That is quite a lot.
It is a lot, yeah. Breathing pauses associated with sleep apnea often occur 30 times or more per hour.
Wow.
That can last from a few seconds to a few minutes, so it's constant all the way through your sleep, resulting in really poor sleep that makes you tired during the day. The most common type of sleep apnea is obstructive sleep apnea, which usually is caused by the airway collapsing or being blocked during your sleep. Good. Common signs of obstructive sleep apnea include loud snoring, moaning, irritability, daytime sleepiness, memory and concentration problems, a dry throat when you wake up. And most people with sleep apnea don't know that they have the condition. And it often goes undiagnosed, especially people who live on their own, because you wouldn't be aware of it. It's not unless you've got someone next to you saying that you're gasping all the way through the night, or you're having all these symptoms. It's not something that you would know yourself. You'd be totally unaware of it.
True.
So how did you get on with that then? Did anybody get them all right?
Gary got 10 out of 13, so well done, Gary. That's absolutely tremendous. Good job, mate.
Well done, guys. Not a bad score at all.
Brilliant. And Charlotte said she got 5 out of 13, so good job, Charlotte. That's still really good.
Well, you'll know a lot more now, Charlie. I know
exactly
that.
Right, and that's still a good score. So, throw it in the morning is a desert. So,
well, Gary, I think you need to go and just ask if you think you've got that, because again, you wouldn't know.
All right, Mel.
Right.
I think that we are almost at 11 o'clock, so I'm going to mute your and my mic. And guys, we're going to give a minute of silence to the key workers, starting in a couple of seconds. So just bear with us, guys, and we're going to do this minute of silence together. Okie dokie, guys. That is about a minute there.
Thanks for doing that.
It'll be just over a minute, so thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you staying with us for that.
That worked out well, didn't it, for the timing?
It did, yeah. We we literally
right
just
at the end
finished
of the quiz.
And yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, but it's it's good to acknowledge the work that others are doing at the moment, and they are putting their lives at risk every single day. Some can't even go back. What was the police officer called again, who was on our live stream?
Fraser
was saying there's a lot of key workers and a lot of hospital staff can't even return home to their families on an evening because they don't want to take. So for them, like they're working in really, really bad environments, and then they're not even able to go and see their own family at the end of each working day. So
sacrifice.
Yeah, there's a lot of people really. They are. They're making a lot of sacrifices. So thanks for doing that minute silence with us.
Appreciate it, guys.
The next thing we're going to look at is how does sleep affect our mental health? So if we do get sleep, how does it affect our mental health? If I know Charlotte doesn't like word searches, they're a bit of a nightmare. But rather than look at the word search, if you can just think of buzzwords, Charlotte, if you can just write down words that you think are associated with lack of sleep or getting enough sleep. So it could be positive or negative, right? Just try and think of different words that affect your mental health associated with sleep, right? Think about yourself. Think about if you don't get enough sleep, what do you feel like on a morning? Or if you get loads of sleep, what do you feel like on a morning? I think this is more if you get more sleep. So anyway, I'll let you have a little look. So there's going to be a word search, John. There's 16 words in total in the word search. But if you don't like word searches, just try and think of the words that you think are associated with sleep and effect on your mental health. So we'll just have a little go at that. We'll give you maybe, what do you think, 5-6 minutes on that? See how we'll go. So maybe when it gets to 11:10, we'll go through the answers. Is that on there now, Daniel?
That is on there now. Okay, maybe cut a tiny bit of it off there.
Good luck. Oh. There's no diagonal words and there's no back to front words as well. Words are going straight across or straight down. And there's quite a few that go right the way along. So there's quite a few that will go from one end of the grid to the other as well. So have a look for those longer words. And there might be some random stuff in there as well, random words that you can find. Also, while you're working on the word search, don't forget to complete the survey as well. I know we bang on about it, but these surveys, this is what we need doing to keep these sessions running. So this is one thing that you can do to help us at Media Savvy. Just spend a minute after each session completing that. So if you've had to go with the word search and you can't find any more, and we're still got time left, maybe download that survey and get it filled out.
Yeah, and
get it ready to even, yeah.
And the survey is just in the description of the video, guys. I'm sure we can paste it in the chat in a second. But it's just in the description, just underneath the video there. You look in the description box and you can see the survey there. Just follow the link along, and you should be able to do that for us. So I can get it as well, guys. I'll paste it into the chat there also.
Oh.
You might get a little bit of feedback here.
And Sue, I'll drop you an email with the enrolment form on, and we'll get that sorted out as well. And then I think Charlotte, I need to send yours again, so I'll get them out to you this afternoon.
Oh, here from Beat Me to It. Good job here from me. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for that, bud. How many has everybody got so far, guys? Have you found a few yet?
I've got all 16, but I've got the answers in front of me. Yeah, there's quite a few long ones. I'll give you a clue. There's one on every perimeter. Right around the outside, there's one. So there's 4 that way. Yeah, you could get. No more clues. I'm going to give you 3 more minutes. See how you get on. Yes, Sue, it was a message for you. I'm gonna send out an enrolment form for this session because it's on this week and it's on next week, and that's the course complete, and you're already in today. So we need to get you signed up so you get the qualification and get you ticked off. So I'll get your email address off Lisa, unless you want to type your email address in the chat, and I'll get it that way. And I'll get that form sent out to you this afternoon, and we'll get you signed up. Two more minutes. It's the final countdown.
Oh man.
1 more minute. We need the countdown music on now.
I know. I'm gonna have to start queuing stuff like that up. I'll have to get some countdown music. I thought it's quite funny, right? In the one of the highlights where when Rob was untangling his headphones and we put the countdown music.
Yes.
So.
He done well. He
did awesome.
We're gonna actually at the end of this stream today, because in the Fit Body Fit Mind we do normally have exercise as well. So we are gonna play the ab video at the end of this for you to join in with and get a little bit of a workout. And then next week, it'll be like a stretching workout that you can take part in. So it'll be quite mindfulness. So abs isn't too strenuous, so you might be able to join in with that one. And then the stretching one next week. I think everybody will be able to do the stretching.
Push it to the limit. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Right then. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it live.
I'm happy to do that.
Oh no, we'll not do it live. We'll do it while it's on live.
Yes.
We'll hide and do it.
Yeah.
I'll video time you, Daniel.
Okay. Well, yeah. Right? Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a good plan.
Oh yeah.
Right then, are you ready for the answers? So if you go to the next slide, Daniel, I've put all the answers on the next one. So what I'll do, I'll go across from the top first, and we'll work through all the different ones. All right. So we've got reduce stress, which is straight across the top. Can you see that?
I can see that, yeah.
Yep. And then the next one that goes straight across is not down until environment. Can you see that? You got the word environment, so it's quite far down, it goes straight across, cuts through a lot of other words. Have you got it yet?
Yeah.
The next one, 2 lines from the bottom, smarter.
Smarter, yeah.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So apparently a little bit sleep makes you enough sleep can make you a little bit more intelligent the next day.
Yeah. Make your brain sharper, right?
Sharper, And then right along the bottom row, lifestyle. So you're gonna maybe eat better. You might have more energy to maybe go for a walk or do some activity. It all links together, right? So sleep on its own, yeah, people don't really speak about it. I think we said a bit about that first thing, didn't we? Sleep on its own isn't really discussed that much, but when you look at it, it helps with all the other bits that people do discuss, like nutrition, healthy exercise program, even socializing and things like that. Like it all links together. And I think if you're tired and you're grumpy and you're not, people wouldn't want to be around you as much. Whereas if you've had a good night's sleep and you're a little bit more happier and you've got more energy, you're a bit more likely to want to socialize and be in all the other little circles, like your gym or your cooking from from scratch, things like that. It all links together.
Yeah, it totally
so
does.
I don't think there's any more going across unless I've missed any. So I'm going to go down now. So we've got repair body, which is the first one. That's from the first R, top left corner, repair body.
Got it, yeah.
So sleep does help your body repair. That's why we need it. We need to get into that deep sleep as well. Happiness is on the next line over. So it can make you a little bit, you probably wake up in a better mood if you've had a good night's sleep.
Absolutely.
Next line over again, health. So it can improve your health. We've mentioned before on line 5, concentration. See that one?
Got it, yeah.
Yeah, and the next one over from that, more alert.
Definitely.
So you're a bit more on it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That reaction time's going to be better, right? It's like.
Yeah, definitely. Now I don't know what number it is, but the next one is affect mood.
Got it, yeah.
Going straight down. So again, you're not going to wake up grumpy, irritable. You're going to be a bit more, personable around people. Happier, hopefully, if you've had a bit of sleep. So
100%.
sleep can affect your mood. It can affect your whole day. Improved memory. So it's been proven that good sleep can improve what you retain in your brain. Next one, more energy. So if you sleep well, you've got more energy to do more the next day.
Yeah.
Attitude, right? You might have a better attitude. I think that's one thing. If I don't get enough sleep, I've got a bit of a bad attitude.
Yeah. So that's a thing though. It's like sometimes you could kind of get yourself into like like you're saying, like a negative mindset, or you could think, oh, I don't want to socialize with my friends today, and you just think it's because you don't feel good. But sometimes you don't articulate the fact that it's because you've had a lack of sleep. You know what I'm saying? You just think,
because once you're up and you're ready, you do get on, but then
you still
you're a little bit more snappy and you're a bit more not as patient.
And and that's the thing people always say about kids, right? When kids they start crying and stuff, and then they're like, oh, they're just tired, and kids are always like, no, I'm not tired. Right?
Yeah.
But it's the same with adults though. It's like sometimes in adults, like they're not thinking about, oh, I'm being
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm yawning.
That's sometimes literally, yeah, right. But sometimes that's literally it. It's just being tired, and it filters into everything else. So
oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's very good points, I think.
What was that? Yeah. So the next one is reduce depression. So that's an important one. So good sleep can reduce depression. So again, if we look at your mood and how you feel, if it's something that happens regularly and it's ongoing, depression on the back of lack of sleep is that the association is definitely there.
Yeah.
So by getting some good sleep, hopefully we'll reduce those feelings. Prevent cancer. Now this is one that people don't really think about, but it's all linked together. When you're asleep, your body's repairing and it's replenishing all of your cells. It's making your body strong again for the next day.
Yeah.
If you don't get enough sleep, you're kind of making your body a little bit weaker, so you're more prone to these things. And we know cancer is, 1 in 3 people are going to have it at some point. But sleep has been known to prevent it because it links to all the other bits. It's all links together. That's the thing. It's not on its own, but it is a big factor when you look at your overall health. And sleep as well. The last one right down the far side there, your physical health. So by getting enough sleep, you're going to be more active. Your cells are going to feel like they've been replenished, and your body overall is going to be a lot more healthier. So your physical health will improve if you get regular quality sleep. Good quality sleep.
Definitely.
So that was just a little introduction to the next bit, but what we're going to look at and what we're going to discuss. Gary feels more awake. Right there, let's have a little look at this. I keep forgetting about the chat. Gary only found 5. Well, a 5's better than none, Gary. That's good. Going from 3 to 4 hours a night on average, to even just 5. Yeah, that's good though. Yeah, you feel more awake, so you are improving. Definitely. Once we get you back, out and back into the gym and things like that, once all this lockdown's over, that'll help you sleep. If you push yourself to be a little bit more active, you will sleep better on an evening as well.
Yeah, because you're naturally going to be tired, right? You're naturally going to be more tired and just.
Yeah. But for now, I would keep busy, keep your brain stimulated as much as you can during the day, whether that be reading, video games.
Yeah, I think that. Do you know what it is, Mark? I think that's a really good point because your brain stimulation as well, right? Because people always think that physical exercise is going to be the thing that is going to kind of make them the most tired, or it's going to kind of make them feel the most tired for the night. But I think even what you're saying there is a very good point because people don't talk about that as much, and that's just keeping your brain stimulated, right? So even doing things like being in a lesson, studying, that's also going to help, right? Because it's keeping you stimulated. And you're actually so I think that's also a very important thing because some people sometimes think if they haven't done anything like all day, like if they're just sat and if you watch Netflix or something all day, and then you think like, I don't feel like tired or whatever, and it's because you need to kind of like get those kind of muscles working in a way, right? So I think
I think when you concentrate on something, you do have to use a certain type of energy again. Like it's not just like watching the telly. You don't have to think about it. It's on. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you listen to it when you're taking it all in, but it's better to try and like stimulate your brain somehow. Jigsaws, new hobby, drawing. I know Charlotte does quite a few like art, like type things that she does at home. I think I don't know if she's painting or hand drawing. I can't remember what she's doing at the moment, but she keeps herself busy doing things like that.
I often think of like yourself and your body as like a car as well, right? And it just in the sense that the more kind of petrol you put in, the more gas you get out of it. So the way I think is, if you feel like
you're talking about gas again,
right? Okay, but like, so just for example, so if you don't study or anything, and then you don't do any exercise, and then you feel like, okay, I feel really tired all the time, or I feel really low energy all the time, it's because that's your body's giving you back what you put in. So I think that if you start to exercise and then you start to study, then your body starts to become used to that, so it gives you more, because it starts to say, oh, we need more, you need more from us, so we're going to give it to you. And then when you start doing it, that's why, when you're running more and things, you're starting to get more energy, and you're naturally going to end. Then the same with studying as well. It's going to give you more energy from kind of concentrating all the time, like what you said. So I think that
definitely
that's quite a good analogy.
I just think because we all stuck in our homes really.
Yeah.
Other than our hour of daily exercise that we can have, you need to think of other ways to stimulate your brain. We can't go out and do things that we were doing, so we need to think what we can do at home. Even cooking, even following a recipe, your brain's having to think about measuring, weighing things out, making sure you don't leave it in the oven too long. So your brain is switched on again a little bit differently when you think of things.
Yeah.
But even if you've got like a little job done every day, like sorting out a couple of drawers in your house, or it's changing a bed, or just something little where you've done something good that day for your home.
Definitely.
And for you.
So I would say it's really good that I think that it's focus. And focus is almost like a muscle in itself. So it's like if you start to read a book and you haven't read a book for years, and then you think, I have no attention span for this, it's because you haven't developed that focus maybe. So it's like it's literally just kind of nurturing that. It's just kind of doing it, even if you read 3 pages and then the next day you read 5 pages, and then you'll start to adapt to it. And it's not because you don't have any attention span. It might just be the fact that you haven't kind of developed that level of focus, which is something that you can grow in, like what Mel was saying. Like cooking requires a great deal of focus. Being able to kind of think, that's in the oven, and I need to cook this, and I need to measure that, and there's a lot of stuff going on there that requires like an immediate reaction time. So it doesn't just have to be reading. It could be something like cooking that is also going to help develop focus, I think. So yeah.
Haytham's put making donuts. Well, the fact that you were cooking and using your brain that way, yes, Haytham, but donuts?
You know what it is.
I can't really promote that on a healthy stream, can I?
So,
but they did look good. He did do a good job, didn't he?
Yeah, over the weekend, Haytham made some donuts, right? And they looked, I got to give it to him. They looked really, really good. They looked delicious. So definitely good job there.
I said if you can make a healthy version, you can do the next live cooking stream.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to try and take it.
Yeah,
he wants to do that
for sure. The Nutella kind of glaze on the top, that looked awesome. That so.
I know. I would probably just eat the glaze. I don't think I'm not a donut girl. Otherwise, I would have accepted a few off you. I'm not into donuts. So.
Yeah, me and Haytham always if we go for lunch, we always walk past what's it called, the donut place near Tesco's. Anyway, beside the point, there's a donut place next to where we get our meal deal, and it always smells so good. So, but like I never buy anything, but I always walk past.
Are you good? Can you walk past and not do it?
I don't get anything. It's really expensive as well, but it always smells so good. Always smells amazing.
We've had some lovely comments off Sue there. Oh, thanks, Sue. I'm just reading it. So your mental health's definitely improved since doing courses with Media Savvy, and you hope you can get back into the courses after lockdown is over. Of course, we'll have you back. We've got loads of different courses that you can come along to. We've even got a lot of funding from the National Lottery as well, where we can do like one-off drop-in courses. So even if you've done quite a few of our accredited courses now, there's other things that you can get involved with every single week. So we'll definitely have you back there. Haytham said, what about making chicken and rice? Well, I'm doing the rice, but you can add your own chicken. I'm doing a rice dish this tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Wow. Charlotte has been drawn and painting. I knew you did a few different things, Charlotte. I knew you weren't a one-track pony. I knew you had a lot of skill.
And she said she's going to post it to her Instagram very soon. So definitely, Charlotte. I think I've got you. I think I'll follow you on Instagram. I'll have a look at those. I think that's a really good idea, Charlotte, and it's a great way to kind of keep up with your progress, and to kind of keep, and also to motivate yourself in a way, because you're going to want to keep putting content out. So I think that making an Instagram for it is very good, and you're also integrating some of your digital skills as well, which I think is fantastic. So that's really
putting everything you've practiced on your course into action there, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's absolutely fantastic. Sue says, cheers to everybody at me, Sevi, you guys saved me from a serious breakdown. Thank you very much, Sue. That's a very, very nice comment, and we're always here for you guys. We really appreciate that, Sue. That means a lot.
Dunkin' Donuts.
And yes, that might Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's Dunkin' Donuts. There's another place as well though, but it may have been Dunkin' Donuts. And Gary says, took my PC apart the other day and cleaned it and rewired it nice and tight to keep myself busy. So great job, Gary. And
that's definitely using your brain, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't know where to start putting a computer back together. So
rewiring a computer.
Play.
I couldn't do that. So good job on that, Gary, because that's tough enough. So that's very good of you, mate. And that is definitely going to use a lot of focus we were talking about, because I wouldn't know where to start with that. So good job.
Definitely. Honestly, I know where to go. If I think my computer needs a clean, I'll bring it straight to you, Gary.
Definitely.
So what I'm going to move on to next, we're going to look at depression and anxiety. I'm not going to go on a bit of a downer here, though. I'm going to try and keep it upbeat. But we're going to just look at a few different things that could cause depression and cause anxiety, and how it might make you feel as well. So we're going to look at that next. So have you got that slide up on the screen there, Daniel?
Yes.
I know I'm a bit delayed on that.
That's all right. Yeah, there we go.
So if I start with, and you know what, feel free to join in with this as well. If there's anything you want to add, please just chip in. We'll get the feed maybe about 30 seconds after you've posted it. There's a little bit of a delay for me and Daniel, but we'll see it eventually. So we've already mentioned about sleep issues being a big thing. So we know sleep, what we've spoke about earlier today, can lead to depression and anxiety. I mean, I'm not talking just a couple of nights bad sleep. I'm talking of months and months of bad sleep. It can really, really wear you down and make you start overthinking things. It can also make you feel really sad as well. So if you are feeling down, sadness is a big factor on depression and anxiety. Stress, so if you're feeling down and anxious, it becomes quite stressful as well. One thing that a lot of people do with depression is that they crave unhealthy foods as well. You don't crave the things that you should be giving your body, like what Daniel mentioned earlier, about giving your body what it needs to fuel. You end up snapping on whatever you can just grab and get your hands on, and you don't even think about it. You probably feel okay at the time eating it, and then 20 minutes later, once you've ate it, that feeling of guilt normally kicks in. A lot of people with depression and anxiety don't like to socialise, lock themselves away, and isolate themselves. This is why I'm quite worried about a lot of people, especially in like the situation that we're in now. I don't want anybody going back over. I'd like everybody to try and keep upbeat and help each other. And I think our live streams are definitely helping people stay connected, hence our Stay Connected show. And hopefully we're helping in isolation at the moment with any depression, anxiety issues. If you do suffer with depression, anxiety, your energy levels tend to drop. You worry quite a bit as well, and you drop out of activities. You tend to say no quite a bit rather than getting involved. And one thing I would say, if you do suffer with any of these symptoms, try and next time somebody asks you if you want to do something, and that could be even one of our courses, for example. If somebody says, "Oh, do you want to do this course with us?" It might not be with Media Savvy, it could be with another company, but go along and don't always put that barrier up and say no. Just because you're having a bad day, that course could make you feel better. Like you might feel better at the end of it. So try and say yes rather than say no all of the time. Try and make yourself uncomfortable and live a little bit and get more out of your day. But try not to drop out of things. If you commit to something, commit to it. And I'm going to do a bit of a joke here since we've talked about diarrhea earlier. I forgot the punchline.
Oh no! It's a good way to set it up, though.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Cut. Oh, it's because I got excited about it and then it went.
That's amazing.
We'll just leave it there.
Okay.
It was something I'd made a joke about dropping out, but it doesn't matter. We'll have to just leave it there. Like, sorry about that. If I think of me joke later, I'll get in touch. Oh my god, that was bad. Right, quick, move to the next slide.
Okay.
So the next slide is a crossword. However, I've got the clues, all right? So rather than fill out the crossword, I'm just going to say like one across. So you can just put the number 1 and then write down what your answer is. I can't believe I've just set you up for a joke and then, oh my word. What a letdown that was.
It's because as well it wasn't like, oh, with I've set you. It's like I've got a joke. It was I've got a joke about diarrhea. It's like,
I know, and then I thought it was so good I forgot it. Never mind.
Oh well.
Right, so your crosswords up on the screen there. Now I know the numbers are a little bit small, but I'll talk you through it anyway. So number 1. I was going to give you the answer there because I'm looking at the answer. Number 1, to share and express your thoughts and feelings to a person who will listen. How might you do that? So it's 4 letters. It's number 1, so it's 4 letters across there at the top. But if you can just write number 1 and what you think that is. So to share and express your thoughts and feelings to a person who will listen. And I'm going to give you a little clue. This begins with the letter T. It's a form of communication. All right, leave that there. Right. Then we'll go to 2 down. Can you all see where 2 down is? I don't know if Daniel can just point with his mouse maybe.
2 down.
So 2 down. Yeah.
Get that for you guys there. 2 down is
so
just here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 letters.
Yeah. 1, 2.
People go on these at least once a year for a break from their job. Now, it's an American crossword, so I will accept 2 answers here. The American version is with a V, but we would say it began with a H.
That's a good clue, that one.
Mm-hmm. So in the UK, it would begin with a H, but in America, it would begin with a V. But ours wouldn't fit in the word search. So it's the American version that you need. All right, number 3. So that's also going down over. Can you see that just underneath number 1? So number 3, time off from work, doing nothing but enjoying yourself. So time off from work, doing nothing but enjoying yourself. And it begins with an R. Do you know that one, Daniel?
Yes.
Should I put a joke in here? Nah.
Do it. You can do it.
I haven't got one.
You could say Frankie says, right? An 80s pop song had something from. Is that a bad clue?
Know.
Okay, that's a bad
I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was a popular song. But yeah, it's something you do when you chill, right?
Yeah, another word for chill.
That's the way to put it. Yeah.
Don't know who Frankie is.
You must know that song, right?
Nah, I don't. Nah.
It's like super famous 80s song.
I'll have to listen to it later, and then I'll go, oh yes, I know what that is. Right, number 4. So this one goes across. So what can happen if your body gets run down from stress and lack of sleep? And it's 2 words. The first word is a 3-letter word, and it begins with a G. And the second word is a 4-letter word and it begins with an S. So what can happen if your body gets run down from stress and lack of sleep? 2 words. First one is a 3-letter word beginning with G. Second one is a 4-letter word beginning with an S. Right, number 5. If you don't get any of the others right, I hope you get number 5 right. So it's a 5-letter word, begins with S. You should get about 8 hours each day to maintain health and happiness. What have we covered today? Not giving you any more clues. So 5 letters, and it begins with S. And 5's right over the far side.
Yeah.
On its own.
By
You see that?
Yeah.
By itself, number 5.
Only number 5.
Number 6 is also straight down. That's right over the left side of the crossword. Quite a long word. So number 6, what is it called when people talk to a mental health professional? What is the help call that you go and say? And it begins with a C. Did you know that one, Daniel?
Yes. I'm not sure how to spell it though, but I can guess.
Yeah, don't worry about your spelling. Number 7 is also straight down. That's right across the other side near. I was going to give you the answer there. Near 5. No, 7 down.
Got it.
These are the familiar people in our life that help us cope with stressful times because they know us well and they listen. It begins with an F and it's not family. And there's also a TV program.
Oh, that's a good clue.
Called this. Begins with an F. Right, so we'll go to the ones that are across now. So 8 across, right in the middle of the grid there. This is done out loud when something is funny and can make you feel better. And if you were listening earlier, I said that during the night when I was dreaming, I did this really loud in my sleep. It begins with an L. There was room for another joke there, but we're not going to do that.
I know, I was thinking that as well, but I thought I'm going to keep the show to a tasteful level. I'm not going to go to stoop to that, but yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just doing it now all the time. It begins with an L. You do it out loud when something is funny and it can make you feel better. In fact, I'm sure there's a class on this now where you can go along and do this in a class.
Wow. Sounds quite new age.
Yeah. I just couldn't do that.
Yeah, I've done some like I do yoga sometimes, and there's been some pretty interesting meditations that we've done.
That would be funny to see on video.
There's one called like smile meditation, where you've got to smile for like 10 minutes or something. So that's an interesting one. So like if you looked at
I do it anyway, I think.
In fairness, it does work because you do start to feel like positive emotions, but also if you looked at the class, like if you just walked past the class and you saw a room full of people like sat smiling, you'd be pretty like, what is going on?
Yeah, what on earth are they being on?
Yeah.
Number 9. So this is a short one. This is only 4 letters. So 4 letters, begins with a C. To manage your stress through different ways that can make you feel better. So to manage your stress through different ways that make you feel better. So it's how you might with a certain situation. So how you might blank with a certain situation. That blank begins with a C. All right, number 10. I would expect a few of you to get this as well. So you can do this at a park or a gym or in your house. Oh, right there, I've got a delivery. Sorry, back in a second.
It's okay. Okay, so I'm going to catch up with the chat in the meantime. So a little look. So Frankie says, come on, Mel. So I'm glad that someone else commented on that because I'm not alone in that. Because I was thinking, like, this is not like a bad clue. That's like, you know, it's like a super famous 80s song. Okie dokie. And Gary says, I overthink from... Oh, this is from the previous slide, I'm guessing.
Sorry about that.
It's okay, I was just catching up with the chat. Gary says, I overthink everything from every single word that was said out of order. Was it bad? Could it be incorporated as stupid? Etc., etc. And Charlotte says, I do the same thing. I can totally relate to that, Gary. And me too, I can relate to that as well. I think that's, yeah, it happens to me too, guys. And, you know, it is awful when you kind of get yourself into that kind of mindset where you're thinking, I'm so bad at overthinking. I always think like, oh, could that person be offended by what I said? Did I sound stupid when I said that? That joke wasn't funny.
It just shows that you've got a level of kind of conscious about yourself, isn't it? Like...
Exactly, and that's a really good point by Mel, because although that overthinking, it can be quite torturous for yourself. It also shows that you're a compassionate and you're a caring person, because if you were just a selfish person, you would never have thoughts like that, because you would just think, oh, I don't care what people think about that. But it just shows that you care about how people think about you, because you want them, you know, you want to have a positive relationship with those people. So that's one way to look at it. It is quite torturous, and you should try to, you know, do your best to kind of not think about stuff too much so you don't stress yourself out. But at the same time, it does show that you are a caring person, because you know, you're concerned about how people are going to react to what you say. So
definitely.
Another person, I think it might be Dan, said, is that Diego's meds?
No.
Question mark. And the answer is no. And Sue Dale says, what are we making for tea, Mel?
Oh, do you know what, Sue? I've not even thought about it. I've got some chicken that I need to eat, because I did cook that off yesterday. So I might have chicken and peppers in a tortilla wrap. I might do that for me tea tonight, and make a bit of a spicy sauce to go with, like a salsa sauce.
Pretty good.
I'll see.
Do you know what it is?
I haven't really thought about it.
I'm making wraps as well tonight, so that's quite interesting.
Oh, here he goes. I'm going to copy of Mel.
I'm making wraps as well tonight. So yeah, we were going to make them yesterday, but they didn't have any tinned tomatoes, and we love to put tinned tomatoes in like the sauce. So yeah, we thought, now we're going to leave it and get them tomorrow. So hopefully we've got some tinned tomatoes.
Hey, well, we'll compare pictures later then, Daniel. I'll send you a picture of me wrap over. Yeah, see what you think.
We'll see who's got the best wrap. But
yeah. At the end, we're going to be like, that's a wrap.
That's the one.
Right, number 10. Right, that's where I was up to, wasn't it? Number 10. So if done, you can do this at a park, you can do it at a gym, or you can do it at home. This activity relieves stress and is good for you. It begins with an E. Do you want to do an example of it, Daniel?
Get the curls in. Curls for the girls. That's what we say. That's the one.
Curls for the girls. That's your hair, isn't it?
You not heard that before? Curls for the girls.
The girls don't like the curls like in your hair.
No, curls for the girls.
Oh, is that what they mean? Bicep curls. I thought it was like curly hair.
No, the bicep curls.
Hey, lad. Number 11. Quickly moving on before he goes off on one. So feelings of high stress, panic and worry These can sometimes include physiological symptoms. And it was in our, when we spoke earlier, we said depression and something, and it begins with an E. That's the answer to this one. So feelings of high stress, panic and worry. That's your best clue on that bit. And I will go through the answers. That's the thing, working from home, right? You just don't know what's going to happen, do you? People will just knock on your door like that. And
I know.
He wasn't going to leave the parcel until he's seen someone coming, and then he's like shouting, "I'm putting it on your doorstep," and he ran off the drive.
Yeah, I've had some like...
He didn't want to just leave it though, yeah.
I've got takeaway a couple of times, had some like awkward interactions with people. It's like, but yeah.
Right, we'll go through the answers then, and then we will put the link again to the survey on, and then we will play Rob's ab video. And
Awesome.
hopefully viewers can get involved with that, yeah.
Brilliant.
So number 1, this was a 4-letter word beginning with T. To share and express your thoughts and feelings to a person who will listen is to talk. So talk is the answer to that one. Number 2, people go on these at least once a year for a break from their job. We would call it a holiday. In America, they call it vacation. And vacation is what would fit in the word search. Vacation.
Oh, God, vacation.
Oh dear. Number 3. Number 3, time off from work, doing nothing but enjoying yourself. What do you think that one is? Come on then, what does Frankie say?
Frankie says relax, Mal. Relax.
Well, the answer's relaxation.
The answer is relaxation, but still that's a clue though, right? Frankie says relaxation.
I know that song as well.
There you go.
Oh dear me, I'm disappointed. I love that song. I love it.
Yeah. So.
Oh man, I've let myself down there. Number 4, what can happen if your body gets run down from stress and lack of sleep? It will get sick.
Get sick.
So I said it was 2 words. One begins with a J and one S. Number 5, you should get about 8 hours of sleep. You should get about 8 hours each day to maintain health and happiness. Answer is sleep. I'll just give you the answer halfway through. Number 6, what is called when people talk to a mental health professional? It's called counselling. Number 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't worry if you got the spelling wrong on counselling, guys. As long as you knew what that was, then that's all right. We're good with that.
That's fine. I can't see your spellings anyway. You know if you got it right or not. Number 7. These are the family people in our life. These are the familiar people in our life that help us cope with stressful times because they know us well and listen. So I said it wasn't family, it's friends. And I said there was a TV program named after it. Well, not named after it, but it's called the same thing. Number 8, this is done out loud when something is funny and can make you feel better. Laughter. And I did do that in my sleep not long back. Very loud. Number 9, to manage your stress through different ways that make you feel better. Cope. So how to cope with different stress levels. Number 10, you can do this at the park, the gym, or in your house, in your home. These activities relieve stress and is good for you. Daniel, do a demonstration again. Curls for the girls.
Curls for the girls. There's loads more like rhyming ones like that, but I forgot them.
Exercise is the answer, not curl for the girls. Exercise. And the last one, number 11, feelings of high stress, panic and worry is anxiety. So well done, and see, I wonder how you've got on with that. Let me have a little look. Oh, Sue is having homemade honey and mustard chicken tomorrow. Wish I look good. Look with that. It sounds amazing.
Sounds so good. Sue said, oh my God, Daniel, please don't say that chat-up line. Curls for the girls, PMS.
I was thinking that too. I thought, has that ever worked before?
That's so funny.
Cringe.
It's awesome all the time in the gym, you know.
There's a lot worse. There's a lot worse chat-up lines out there. Oh, well done, Gary. Got 10 out of 11. That's
Fantastic.
excellent.
Fantastic, Gary. That's awesome, man.
Anybody get them all right? Would never know. You could cheat. You could get your friend Google on it. We'll put the last slide up while we're just still checking the chat there. So,
yep.
Last slide, right? So important information, always important. Get the survey completed, please. Don't leave the chat today without doing that. Again, we need it. Your feedback is really important to us. And stay safe.
Yes.
And I hope to see you all next Tuesday as well. Well done, Charlotte. 5 out of 11. Excellent. Good effort with that. But yeah, please fill out the survey. It does take a minute. Can you put that back in the chat again, Daniel?
The survey, yes, I can do that. Yeah.
I know it is at the bottom of the video, so it is there in the description, but sometimes it's just easy to have it in the chat again. I know it was further up, but we've been busy in the chat today. We've had a right little chit chat.
I know, guys. Thank you for the communication
it helps.
in the chat. It's good for us, you know. Yeah, so I appreciate that, guys.
So it's just give you a better chat-up line there if you want to use that.
Brilliant. I will write that one down, Sue. Thanks for that. Any more?
Grab your coat.
Send them my way.
You've pulled. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing. There's the survey, guys, as well.
But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've getting a little bit of knowledge out of that, a little bit of information. Food for thought, just something to go away and think about. And yeah, any questions, drop me an email or comment in the chat. The chat will still be on a little bit, won't it? While Rob's video's playing.
The chat will be on. We're doing the ab workout now, yeah, in a second at least.
Yeah, if we put the ab workout on now, feel free to take part and join in. We'll be around in the background anyway, if anyone's got any questions or anything.
Just going to mute.
And I'll see you next week.
Good stuff, guys. So thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, we'll put the ab workout on now so you can watch that. Thanks.
Once the ab work finishes, though, we won't be back on today. That'll be it.
So that's it. And you know. Just real quick, Mal, just before we go. Do we have... what have we got going on tomorrow? Do we have I know we've got the virtual wellbeing on Thursday.
Tomorrow I am doing a live cooking session, believe it or not. So I've got cooking on a budget tomorrow, which is 10 till 12, and I'm doing a special veggie rice dish with a special sauce that I'm going to make up. And then I'm making healthy brownies.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So we've got 7 people signed up tomorrow to receive the meals. We have got one more place if anybody wanted to get a meal delivered tomorrow. If not, there'll be next week to do that as well. So the live cooking is every Wednesday now. So if you are interested, we still need an enrolment form off you. But we can get that meal, like once it's been cooked live, within about half an hour, 40 minutes, either Dan or Hatham will deliver it to your door. So you watch it get made, you can get the recipe so you can recreate it yourself, and you also get the meal delivered to your house as well, and it's all free. So if it is something that you're interested in, please let us know, and we'll get you signed up on one of the courses that we're running.
Yeah.
Sue, was that you for the cooking tomorrow? Yeah. Sue's just put yes, please, Mel.
Fantastic.
Well, I'll drop you an email today anyway, and I'll drop that enrolment form for this course over, Sue, and then we'll have a chat and see if we can get you on the cooking this week as well, which is tomorrow, 10 till 12. You'll enjoy that. So, yeah, all good.
Brilliant, yeah. So look out for that, guys.
Lovely.
Okay. Thanks a lot, right? So see you in a bit, guys. We're going to put the Rob's ab workout video on now, so stay tuned for that.
Good luck. Enjoy.
Right, so see you in a bit, guys.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to our first online fitness class. We all know that keeping fit and healthy is important, especially at the minute. I know there's a lot of people stuck indoors, wanting to get moving, wanting to stay active. So I'm going to take you through some ab exercises. I know Mel's going to be there to help as well. And before we do anything, let's get warmed up. Right, so we're going to start the warm up. Get yourself a little bit of space, lay yourself down flat, stretch out, legs straight. There we go, just arch that lower back up towards the ceiling, stretch out those ab muscles. There we go, a nice stretch to start us off. There we go, you're going to sit yourself up. Plant both feet, and you're just going to twist side to side, touching the floor nice and close in. Stretching out those lower back muscles, warming them up before we start doing abs. And we've got a couple either side. Laying yourself back down, and you're going to come knees in just towards your chest. There we go, nice and controlled. Take a second in between each one. And there you go, thinking about that breathing as well. There we go, we're going to plant both feet. Just roll those knees over to both sides. There we go. Same again, just loosen up that waist, loosen up your lower back. Sit yourself up, ready to go. We're going to be doing some intervals today for your abs, so we're going to be doing 20 seconds on, 10 seconds to rest in between each set. We're going to do each exercise twice. Yeah, we're going to roll through, so that's 16 sets, 20 seconds a set, get to the end, rest 90 seconds or so, 3 times through. Yeah? Cool, so before we get started, just going to give you a run through of each of the exercises separately, provide an alternative just if you think there's any of them that you're going to struggle with or if you're going to have any issues. Right, for our cross climbers, you're going to come into a plank position, abs nice and tight. You're going to drive your knee across to the opposite elbow, nice and quick. Let your hips come round, twist at the waist, focusing on that breathing. Keep your hips up. Avoid letting them drop too low. So our alternative for cross climbers is going to be slow climbers. We're going to come into the same position, into a plank, but then rather than hopping from foot to foot, take your time, just drive that knee forward, keep them central, still keep those abs engaged, keep your hips up, still thinking about that breathing as well. Right, for our knee tuck pull over, you're going to lay yourself down straight, arms above your head. You're going to bend your knees and bring them in. Bring your hands over the top, raising your shoulders as well. There we go, make sure we get those shoulders up, knees in. Nice and controlled again on the way down. So our alternative for our tuck pullover is going to be some elevated abs. So what you're going to do, take that lower half out of the equation, plant your feet, hands on your thighs. All you're going to do, nice and controlled, just raising up towards your kneecap and slightly past if you can. Same again, controlled on the way down. You're just working those top few abs, nice and controlled to get those shoulders up and back down. So, for our bicycle abs, same again, we're going to lay ourselves down. You've got to go hands on your temples, elbows out nice and wide. Going to bring your knee up and across to meet in the middle. Keep both feet up. Keep your shoulders up, kicking out the opposite leg, nice and straight, and low down to the ground. So if we can't quite get all the way there with our bicycle abs, same again, go elbows out, nice and wide, knuckles on your temples, and just come knee to elbow, resting up after each one. Just take some of that strain off your lower back. If you've got your feet on the floor in between each rep, still get a squeeze on them abs. Okay, so next we're going to go with the side plank. So you're going to come either palm or elbow right under your shoulder. Stack your feet, nice flat body line from heel all the way up your chest. You don't want your hips down there, you don't want them up too high, nice and straight. Okay, a way to make our side planks a little bit more manageable if we're struggling. take out some of that lever length, drop down to your knees and do exactly the same. Still got to get your tension down your side. It's just going to take a little bit of strain off that shoulder joint and your back. The flutter kicks, same again, laying ourselves down. This time you're going to go hands under your back just to keep that strain off your lower back. You're going to come feet about 6 inches off the floor, point them toes, just little kicks, just up and down, little kicks, keep them abs engaged. So we're going to work our lower abs by getting some leg lifts in if we can't quite get those flutter kicks. So you're going to come into the same position, hands under your back, legs out, toes pointing away, just do little individual lifts. Just take your time to set in between each one, up, straight back down, and take that second just to rest. So we're going to hit some Russian twists. So you're going to sit yourself on your bum, lean yourself back, feet up and crossed, twist side to side. And the further back you can lean, the harder those abs are going to work. Make sure you get your shoulders right round, stretch out those sides. Yeah, so we can change those up a little bit if we need to. Rather than going feet up, keep your feet down, either crossed or flat. It just gives you a little bit more stability. You can still twist side to side, getting them shoulders round, twisting out your obliques. Into our regular plank, and we're going to chuck some hip dips in there. So we've got a little drop down of the hips either side, not twisting too much, just a little, almost as though you're making a V from your start point, side to side. Take any twisting off of that lower back. We can just go with a regular plank for this one. Just get your shoulders over your wrists or elbows, whichever you go with. You want that nice flat body line, plenty of tension on your core. And guys, last exercise, we're going to do some sit-ups with a clap. So lay yourself down, legs out straight. You're going to come shoulders up, one leg up, clap on the back, straight up, straight back down. Try not to throw those hands up to give you the momentum you want it all coming from those abs. Alternative to our sit-up with the clap, we're going to go with a V-reach. So it was like a starfish position. You're going to reach one leg up and just reach across. Reach for those toes. If you can't quite get there, go for the shin. If you can't quite get there, go for the knee. Okay, so that's our cross climbers, tuck pullovers, bicycle abs, side planks, flutter kicks, Russian twists, plank with a hip dip, and sit up with a clap. Yeah, we're going to go all 8 exercises, each exercise twice, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 3 times through with about 90 seconds rest in between rounds. Okay, right, try and enjoy yourself, have fun, let's go. Yeah, right, first round, let's go. So we're going to start cross climbers into plank, 20 seconds, driving those knees across. And we go, keep them hips up, abs tight. There we go, rest up, 10 seconds. So we're going to do each exercise twice. I'm going to demonstrate our alternative exercises second time around. So you're going to go with our first exercise again. I'm going to slow them down a little bit and just break them down. There we go, if we're struggling with those first ones, into plank. Shoulders over your wrists, just driving them knees forward without rocking into it too much. There we go, tuck pullovers, right? And we'll lay ourselves out, hands up. There we go, knees in, hands up and over, making sure we get those shoulders up as well. There we go, rest up. So we've got some elevated abs for this next one. Remember, I'm just showing the alternatives. Hands on your thighs, shoulders up. Nice and controlled, using those upper abs just to raise those shoulders. Done. Next, bicycle abs. So we're going to lay ourselves down, knuckles on temples, knees come over and across. Keeping both those feet up. Elbows are coming round. Kicking those legs out straight and low. Our alternative for those, cross crunch. Remember, knuckles on your temple, knees going to come up and across, but we're resting in between every one. So you're aiming to get as much out of each 20 seconds as you can. Side plank. So we're going to drop into side plank next. I'm going to go elbow, feel free to go wrist, stack your feet, nice flat body line from heel all the way up. Here we go, we're going to hold it there, feel all that tension on your obliques. Chance to get a couple of breaths in. There we go. So regardless whether you're staying with that or going for the alternative, remember to swap sides. And then this time we're just going to go knees. Yeah, so a nice flat body line, straight up from knees. Keeping those hips up, plenty of tension on the side. Just holding it there. Warming up. Side plank done, flutter kicks next. So we're back and lay it down. Remember, hands under your back, toes pointing out. There we go, feet nice and straight. Keeping those feet up, keeping them moving. There we go, rest up. So our alternative, we're going to just go with some leg lifts. So up, straight back down and let them rest after each one. So we're just up, straight back down. Go, take a second, reset. There we go, we're getting there, flutter kicks done, Russian twists. So feet up if we can, leaning back, twisting side to side, get those shoulders round, touch the floor, leaning as far back as we can. Nice one, rest up. Make that a little bit easier, a little bit more manageable. We can go feet down. Same again, leaning back. Just gives us a little bit more stability. Get them shoulders right round, maybe even more of a stretch. There we go, getting close, two to go. So we've got a plank with a hip dip. So same again, we're planking the elbows or palms into a plank, just dropping that hip down side to side, making sure not to just arch your back, yeah? Dropping side to side, you want to feel that stretch right down your side as well. Our alternative for that one, just going to go regular plank. I'm just going to hold it for 20 seconds, get your shoulders over your wrists. There we go, we're going to hold it there. tight core, no strain on your lower back, plenty of tension on your abs. And just focus on that breathing. Yeah, so going into our last one, we're going to do some sit-ups with a clap. Hands above our head, legs out straight, coming up, clapping around the back of those legs. Get those shoulders right up. There we go, so last set from this first round. Same again, I'm going to show the alternative out into a starfish position. We're going to reach up and across for those toes. Same again, if we can't quite get there, just go for your shin or knee. But reaching right across, get those legs straight. There we go, first round done. We're going to have a little breather. 2 to go. Grab yourself a drink. Give it a minute, we'll go from the top. Okay, first round done. Everyone grab a drink, everyone's had a breather. And take it again from the top, same 8 exercises, stick with those alternatives if you need to. Yeah? So I'm going to be doing a little bit less talking this time through, focusing on my breathing as well. I've put the beeps on my phone just so we can break down the end of each set as well, make things a little bit clearer. So, first one, we're going to go cross climbers again, back into that plank position. We've got 20 seconds, staying nice and light on your toes, driving those knees across. There we go, rest up 10 seconds. So we're going to go, same again, I'm going to stay with the alternatives, demonstrating it all the way through. So we're back to slow climbers, into plank, just driving those knees, taking your time, tension on your abs. There we go, so tuck pullovers. Alternative for that exercise, elevated abs. Feet flat, hands on your thighs, and up. Oh, I feel that second set a little bit more. Bicycle abs. Alternative for bicycle abs, cross crunch. So let your feet rest in between each one. Cross crunch, straight into side plank. So get a deep breath in, if you can. We're going to swap round to the other side. Remember, we can always drop down to knees for this one. There we go. So long 20 seconds. There we go, set the kicks. Toes out straight, hands under your back. Leg lifts as an alternative if we need them. Getting close, round 2 nearly done. Russian twist. Leaning back, feet up. There we go, feet down if you need to, if not sticking with those feet up ones. Leaning back, get those stretches side to side. Twist done, plank with a hip dip. There we go, a couple of sets to go. Stay with those hip dips if you can. Regular plank if you need to. Abs engaged. Last exercise, 2 sets to go. Sit-ups with a clap, or a V-reach if we need to. So we've got those sit-ups, reaching down the back. One to go. One to go. V-reach to finish us up, or one more set of sit-up claps. There we go, so starfish. There we go, round 2 done. Same again, get a drink, have a breather. 90 seconds, we've got one more to do. Right, last round. One to go, let's get it done. We'll start again with cross climbers at the top. Staying with that 20 seconds. Let's hit those cross climbers first. Last time through, still showing the alternatives on that second set. Stick with that first exercise if you can. We're going to go with those slow climbers. And go knee tucks. Alternative for knee tucks, elevated abs. Elevated abs done, bicycle abs. Last round. Stay with me. Second set of those, or cross crunch. And they're coming up halfway, side plank. There we go, just hold it. Breathe. Remember to swap sides. And we'll go knees for that second one if we need to. Same again, hold it. There we go, halfway through this last one. We've got flutter kicks. Second set of those, or leg lifts. Nearly there, Russian twists, feet up, leaning back. Okay, we've got 3 exercises to go. Nearly there. Another set of those. I'm going to go feet down if we need to. Leaning back. Same again. Those touches side to side. Two exercises to go. Plank with a hip dip. 2 sets. I want that last exercise. One more of those, onto this last one. There we go, same again, alternative, just regular plank. Abs are tight. Right, last one. Last one, last 2 sets. Sit-ups with a clap. V-reach if we need to. Last 2. One more set. Done. So there we go, guys. 3 rounds done. Abs done in less than 30 minutes. Thanks for taking part. Hope we've all had a good time. Hope we've all had a bit of a laugh. I know we can all do with it right now. Feel free to give me a little bit of feedback. Let me know any other sort of classes you'd like to see me do in the next couple of weeks. Take care, stay safe. See you next week.